I mean, if you're genuinely concerned about that, your existence is probably one of the most pitiful existences on the earth. And I'm going to go Brittany Simon. I think the world would be better off without you. Go outside, you fucking nerds. What's wrong with you? Who fucking cares? So I walked past this poster when I was in Scotland and I was like, geez, I was like, you know, black person. What the f?
But you don't care?
Just leave the call.
Oh, Chud.
Get out of the call now, you retard. There's a bunch of people and they clicked not on the thumbs up one, but they clicked on the thumbs down. Oh my god, it's a fucking ratio. Stupid fucking bitch. What the f is this? Yeah, they change law sometimes. Deal with it, nerds. If you don't like it, don't watch the program. Go outside and get fucking laid. If you are at the point where you're thinking about where elf came from in a fantasy TV show, maybe it's not for you. Well, I mean, if you're watching Cops, you're probably going to see a few hacks in that show, let's be real.
Alrighty then. It was good talking to you, Chud.
What's this Lord of the Rings shit about? Let's have a look. Has anyone got a link to the video that I should be watching on this? I've got to be honest with you, right? Okay, let me tell you a story about Lord of the Rings, right? Let me tell you a story about Lord of the Rings, okay? Is this it? Is this the video? Is this the video that's got everyone fucking reeing out? Okay, so at one time when I was younger, I went to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, okay? And I did a show. Now, I remember vividly sat there in like the lodgings we were at, the sort of like apartment we'd rented out for the week, right? Okay. And I was talking to the people that like Lord of the Rings, and they were talking about the Lord of the Rings movies, and I always thought, oh yeah, they're kind of fun movies, whatever, right? But these guys were like Lord of the Rings nerds, okay? And they were so fucking autistic about it that they knew that in the movies, Gandalf comes into Hobbiton from the wrong direction. So in the books, he comes in from a certain direction, but in the movies, he comes in from another direction. And they were complaining about that. And it's just like, lads, get a fucking life. Like, who fucking cares, bro? Like, what? Is this a real complaint? You know, at the time, I was kind of like being nice. You know, I was in this show with them. I didn't want to like get in an argument about fucking Lord of the Rings. But it was like, literally, you're going to care about this?
We got like a...
So I just feel like this is an extension of that, really. But it's probably a little bit of racism mixed in too, you know? It's like, oh no, the elves, elves are black. Like, seriously, who fucking cares? Like, one thing I will say is this, though. I'll give a bit of credit to the old anti-SJWs, okay? I did find the marketing for this show to be quite jarring, right? And I'll explain why. The poster featured a black person, and I didn't like it. No. What I mean is, it feels like it's not just an organic marketing of it. It feels like it's like 4D chess. It's like they're putting this person front and center, not just organically, but they know that this is going to cause controversy now, because whenever you have like prominent minority actors in like fantasy or whatever, generally speaking, it's going to create a bit of buzz on the internet. So I think what the marketing people are doing now is they're setting it up in such a way that they're actually trying to get that reaction. Do you see what I mean? So they're going, right, what we're going to do is we're going to, do these black elves or whatever. Right, that black actress there, yeah, that's good. Put her on the poster, cool. Because I walked past this poster when I was in Scotland and I was like, geez, I was like, a black person, what the fuck? No, I'm joking. I was like, because it was Lord of the Rings, and I'm so used to seeing like Lord of the Rings characters and they're literally like all white. It was like a bit like, different, It would be like if you walk past a poster for Shaft, right? Imagine you walk past a poster for Shaft and they were played by Benedict Cumberbatch, right? You'd be like, what the fuck? Jesus, what's going on there? It would be a little bit unnerving. Not because I'm anti-white racist or anything like that. It's Shaft. And it's played by Benedict Cumberbatch, one of the whitest people I've ever seen in my life. Okay? So I had the sort of same reaction, I guess. Hey, thanks for the bit, Zonia.
It's try hard and then as a result becomes too synthetic and too obvious.
So, you know, and the thing is like, I'm not saying that I don't fucking care about whatever race. Who fucking cares? It's a fucking fantasy show, okay? If you don't like it, go outside and have sex. It will probably do you some good, okay? But the bottom line is, it doesn't really matter, okay? It's not as if it's real life. It's fucking orcs or elves or whatever fucking bullshit it is, okay? Grow the fuck up. And guess what? Here's the thing, okay? I like Star Wars. Okay? I'm gonna level with you. I like Star Wars and I like Marvel films, okay? However, I didn't watch Solo, a Star Wars story, because it looked like absolute fucking garbage, okay? And I watched the first half of Moon Knight and got bored and didn't watch the rest of it. And I've not watched Ms. Marvel, okay? Woman, Muslim, you know, too much political correctness for me, so I said no to that. No, it just looked boring. It doesn't look like my thing. It looks like some sort of like coming of age thing or some shit. I'd rather rewatch The Punisher, okay? So I didn't bother watching it. So anyway, the basic point I'm trying to make is that you can be interested in like a particular type, like Star Wars, Star Trek, whatever. It doesn't mean that every single entry in that franchise you have to watch. And if you don't like the idea of it, just don't watch it, you know? Obviously, you got the YouTubers that are making the big bucks off of crying about the black people in it or whatever, fair enough. But, you know, at the end of the day, if you're a consumer, right, just don't watch it if it's not for you. Easy peasy. There's a bunch of shit that I don't watch and my life's no different. But I feel like there's some people who are such consumers that even if they think something looks bad, or even if they don't like it because it's got, you know, too many black people in, whatever, they still watch
Different
it.
media for different people. The racists can watch the old ones.
Thank you very much for the bits. But it's like they still watch it. And it's like, why would you torture yourself watching something that you think is bad for whatever reason? It just doesn't make any sense to me, okay? Anyway, that's the basic points I want to make with this. So, you know, I think pretty nuanced. Let's have a look and see what this is all about, though. Okay. I mean, if you're genuinely concerned about that, your existence is probably one of the most pitiful existences on the earth. And I'm going to go Brittany Simon. I think the world would be better off without you. Anyway, who wanted to talk to me about this? If anyone wants to talk to me and explain to me why I should care, by all means, hop in. Listen, I have watched Lord of the Rings. They've got the little fucking small guys and shit, and they're fighting with the swords. Oh, there's a ring, and we gotta take it to, what is it? Mount Mordor. Yeah, they've got to take it to Mount Mordor. And there's a big scary guy called Darth Plagueis or something, and he's fucking looking everywhere with he's got ears and he can hear everything that's going on. A big ear in the sky. They've got the old swords and they're fighting. And there's little dwarfy fellas. There's what are they called? Bobbits. Little bobbits knocking about, running about the place. Oh, a spider comes up. Oh, fucking, oh shit, there's a spider. Watch out for that. You know, there's some eagles fly about the place, something like that. I've seen, I kind of half watched it one time, so I kind of know what's going on. I get the gist. Right, well, who wants to talk to him about these black elves then? Come on.
How come there isn't Asian elves?
I can't think of a racist joke. What's going on? Are people talking about this or what? I need someone to come and convince me why I should give a shit about any of this. Please, I'm begging you. I need to know. I don't get it. I'm confused. What is this? What's this? People ate the Rings of Power trailer. Jesus Christ, she's really taken the streamer methodology. She's turned a 2-minute trailer into a 25-minute video. Jesus Christ. Let's find out if there's any answers here.
A mega ratio on Amazon going on here. The past is dead. We either move...
Oh, there's a ratio on Amazon, guys. Oh my God, there's a ratio. Amazon again, so ratioed. Oh my God.
...forward or we die with it. Fine, I'll die with it then. And I'll be in good company.
As a youth, he was exposed to his grandfather's experimental internet gas, and that has patched him permanently into... Snowflake and Safe Space are the twins, and...
They actually named them Snowflake and Safe Space.
I love the fact that there's like genuinely so little cringe stuff like this that happens anymore that they've got to go back to this admittedly cringe shit that was from like 5 years ago or whatever. Like they got to dig this up. Oh guys, remember that time 5 years ago when they came up with this cringy superheroes, mainly as a marketing thing probably. Oh yeah, that was fucking crazy. Who fucking cares? It was 5 years ago. What's wrong with you? Surprised she knew about this. She was probably too busy getting taken advantage of by, like, what? All of the fucking alt-right? Like, what the fuck? Who's in the green room? Who's this? Buller John. Hello. Is your mic working?
Yeah, bro. I've just sorted it right. Can you hear me?
Crystal clear.
Righto. Chud, this is fucking dumb nerd shit, right? But it's kind of weird. You're like looking into a fucking window of a house, looking at what people are doing in there. Oh, bruv, I don't fucking care, bruv. I don't care what's going on, bruv. I'm just looking through the window. I got no part of it, but it's fucking gay.
Okay, explain to me why I should care.
I don't care either, and I'm not trying to explain.
Well, then why have you come on the stream, you fucking retard?
Because you're going on into a thing that you don't care about, no one cares about, and you're attacking the cunts who do care, but you don't care.
Just leave the call.
Oh, Chud.
Get out of the fucking call now, you retard. Right, who's going to come on and explain to me why I should care about this? Is there anyone? Can anyone explain this to me? Like, what is this? It should be easy, right? There's a fucking absolute metric shit ton of people fucking furious about this. Okay? Can anyone come on and explain why I should give a shit? Not, oh, you give it, I can't believe you're... You don't fucking give a shit either, so fuck off. Come and explain to me why I should care. If you feel this strongly about it, you should be able to make a fucking case. What the fuck is wrong with people? Seriously. Just fucking come on and tell me. It's easy. This is fucking embarrassing. No, I don't want to hear it. It's not. I want someone who truly believes this is a problem to come on and explain to me why I should fucking care about this, okay? Name an issue that I care about, and I would be able to do a fairly reasonable job of explaining to you why you should care about it if you don't care. If you feel strongly that this is bad, you should be able to come on and explain to me why I should care about it. This is how things work. This is how fucking advocacy works, okay?
All right. Did we want to start with watching the trailer of Lord of the Rings here? I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. If you want an idea of what we're going to be talking about, I downloaded that extension to my browser that allows you to see the dislikes. So let's transition this here. Let's transition genders. Here we go. Look at this. Look at how bad this is. We got like a mega ratio on Amazon going on here. 68,000 upvotes, 279,000.
Okay, isn't Lauren Southern someone who, like, mocked, say, Keffels for the ratio stuff? Why the fuck does she care so much about ratios now? What is this fucking soy shit? Fucking ratio bat chest? What the fuck?
Downvotes for Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. And it's, you know, it's pretty hard to get people to not like Lord of the
Guys, guess what? There's a bunch of people and they clicked not on the thumbs up one, but they clicked on the thumbs down. Oh my god, it's a fucking ratio. You stupid fucking bitch. What the fuck is this?
The Rings. Everything by Tolkien is freaking gold, right? So if you've managed to make people not excited for a Lord of the Rings series, you've done something horrifically wrong. All right, well, you're saying show the trailer, so we'll watch the trailer so you guys have some context to what Destiny, Sean, and I are going to be chatting about. You know what's really cute, actually, is I like to start the stream at 4, but Sean can't start at 4. He can only start at 4:30 because he has to go pick his girlfriend up from school or work or something. I think that's so cute. Be like that, man. Be the guy that is late for work because you got to go see your girl.
Right, who's this? Somewhere Nux is saying, what are they saying here? Where they're saying I'm a lolcow. Okay, get onto the fucking Discord and talk about it then. Listen, if I'm a lolcow, my udders are open. Come and milk me.
Girlfriend and help her out. What a top lad. All right, let's watch this. Let's watch this trailer that's caused all this commotion. I'll make sure the desktop audio is working here.
Time when the world was so young.
Oh, wait. Gotta make sure I'm on. All right, I don't know about you guys, but I always have my speed set to like 2 times speed. If I could set it to 4 times speed, I would do that. I would absolutely set it to 4 times speed. It's just the...
Okay, right, sorry. There's something happening here. What's been going on? Who's this Somewhere Nux? Who's this Somewhere Nux character? Let's have a little Billy Butcher, shall we? The context is a statement, moron. I literally said Chud is being dramatic, like he's got too much tea. Point being, he can't be reasoned. He's gone full retard. Jesus. This sounds troubling. This sounds a little bit troubling. Let's have a little look. Chud is a lolcow, not a streamer. Okay. So this person's saying I'm a lolcow, and I'm saying come and yank my udders, and they're saying, idiot, that's the point. I don't watch Rings of Redemption either.
ADHD going full-fledged on YouTube, but I think we're in normal, so I'll try to get through a 2-minute video by normal speed.
There was a time when the world was so young.
Oh, who's this? We got someone. Dean Stride, hello.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi. Hey, how's it going? Going well. Because there's apparently a black guy who.
Oh, by the way, okay.
Oh, sorry. Can I
mute the stream? Yeah.
There's a black guy who is very adamant on the elves being white people, but he's too much of a coward to go on stream. So I'm gonna make his argument for him instead, even though I don't actually believe it.
Okay, so just to confirm, there isn't anyone actually who's watching right now. Look, appreciate some people are going to agree with me, but I've got, what, 350 viewers? But that person isn't willing to come on, so you're coming on in their place. Okay, I don't want to talk to you. Can you just explain, though, why this person doesn't want to come on?
I think they're well, they say because you're too woke to actually listen and you're not going to change your mind. I can briefly explain their perspective, though, if you're interested.
Okay, sure. Explain it. Go on, explain it. Might as well. If they're too much of a pussy to come on, you explain it.
So, from what I understand, the lore says that the elves are typically, traditionally, fair-skinned, and that's why they're fair-skinned and they have blonde hair and whatever. So that's why they have to be white. Like, if they're described in the books...
Who fucking cares about any of that shit? Why should I care? So they made them black, so what? What now?
Well, if you don't care about them being fair-skinned, that means that you typically don't care about, the deeper lore. What have you?
I mean, you can literally make up lore on the fly. You could write a new Lord of the Rings book that's got fucking black elves aplenty. This is now a part of the lore. They've done it with Star Wars loads. You know, they've added all this extra lore over time. They even retconned the entirety of the Star Wars lore. Then they called it Legends. See, I'm a fucking Star Wars nerd. You know, where Luke Skywalker goes off and becomes a Jedi and trains and all this stuff. They retconned all of that into Legends, and they changed it to Legends, and then they retconned it all to do, you know, all the other stuff, right? This happens all the time where they have dramatic changes to the lore, more so than making a fucking race black or whatever. Like, who fucking cares about a black elf? It makes no difference whatsoever. And if the best you've got is lore, they change lore sometimes. Fucking deal with it, nerds. If you don't like it, don't watch the program. Go outside and get fucking laid.
Wasn't the is the Legends part of the extended universe or part of the canonic?
No, it's not part. It's not part of the canon anymore. They changed it. That used to be the canon, but when J.J. Abrams and all those fucking weirdos took over, they said, right, that canon that's been established in the books following Episode 6, we're now going to call that Legends. So it's almost like, I don't know, I guess a separate timeline. And they made it so that Episode 7, 8, and 9, that's now the canon, and everything that's branched off of that is canon as well. So, you know, if you're telling me that as a part of a sci-fi universe, you can change pre-existing canon to a whole other fucking universe or timeline or whatever you want to call it, and then create a whole new canon from scratch, right? If that can happen, why can't you make an elf black?
Well, I guess people would say that changing this might be changing an inherent characteristic of a race or a character that completely changes who they are and what they represent in the story, I guess.
Why?
I don't know. Destiny made the point that if you remove the womanizing aspect of James Bond, he's no longer James Bond as we know him, and it's probably some different character because that's such an intrinsic part of who he is and how he performs and how the story goes.
So, okay, you've got a black... I mean, I know this isn't your argument, so, you know, appreciate this is this pussy that doesn't want to come on, so that's fair enough. But I guess I just don't understand what fundamentally, except for the skin color, because obviously, you know, sure, in humans, you've got like white people and black people, and there's definitely like a certain culture that you can associate. It's more so on like a country, but there's like a black American culture you can speak to, right? So I understand. But that's a cultural thing, right? It's somewhat related to race, but there's a cultural aspect to it too. So I guess what I'm saying is, are we saying that we automatically say that because an elf is black, that's then associated with our, you know, human real world understanding of culture or whatever?
Possibly.
Because to me, I just think, well, they've changed the color of the skin. Maybe that elf grew up in a part of the world where it's a bit sunnier and they got more melanin.
I guess they have a problem with not understanding where they come from, like literally. Because we've never seen black elves,
Okay.
so we don't know.
I'm
Lore-wise,
I'm living vicariously from my old self right now because I remember when those fucking nerds said to me, Gandalf came the wrong way into fucking Hobbiton, okay? If you are at the point where you're thinking about where a fucking elf came from in a fantasy TV show, okay, maybe it's not for you. Maybe switch it off and go and do something else with your fucking life, okay? Get a job, get a life, sort your shit out. That's my point on that one.
Agreed. Well, I don't have any more points to make.
No worries.
So
Thanks very much. Cheers. Bye-bye.
take care.
Okay. Hello?
Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
good. I thought I would throw my ring in on this topic.
Sure.
Okay, so I think when it comes to changing lore, I think what makes people mad, makes people upset, who aren't just like racist and hiding, is whenever you have like some fiction or fantasy or story, lore, whatever that you have a lot of experience with, you have certain images or understandings of that, and then when there are changes made to it, if it doesn't feel justified, it feels like it's fucking with your experience with that. So it's like when people get mad when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something, if they like watched it as a kid, they go, they're fucking with my childhood, whatever. So, you know, people who are new to the thing won't care, they won't know any differences, so they're fine with it. People who are established get very upset. If you don't care about Lord of the Rings, I don't know, like the only argument I would say is like, why would you care about this in general? Beyond like you just not caring about Lord of the Rings. I think when decisions are being made in media or art, if you want to be more pretentious about it, I guess. I think when you see a change.
Okay, I'm going to listen. I'm fucking bored already. Let me cut to the chase for you, okay? No, listen. I'm going to cut to the chase because you're fucking waffling a lot, and I'm not interested.
I'm not waffling at all. I'm not waffling at all.
Let me explain. You are. I'm not waffling at all. Yes, you are. Shut up and listen, okay?
I'm not.
Right.
Okay.
I understand. I genuinely do. when fans of a franchise have got a genuine criticism or concern about something changing. So what I was talking about earlier, right, I was using the example of Star Wars changing its existing canon to Legends and creating a new canon as an example of a really big change, and that complaining about a black elf in comparison to that just seems silly to me, okay? Now, I am totally cool if someone was to come forward and say, you know what, I really don't like what they did with Luke Skywalker, because in the original canon, the Legends now, you know, he was a cool Jedi and he went and did all this stuff and did this and did that and did that and set up a new Jedi Academy and da-da-da. You know, I used to read the books. I'm totally on board with that, and I get that that's frustrating, okay? I'm totally on board with people on that, okay? Why? But the thing is, I think there's like a substantive point there. There's a substantive reason that someone would be upset about a character that they care about deeply having a fundamental change to their story that dramatically changes that outcome in the canon, right? What we're talking about is a black elf.
Yeah, so you don't believe that the skin color of elves is substantive, right? That's your whole point.
Correct.
Okay, and so the nerds of Lord of the Rings would say that it is substantive.
Well, they're wrong.
What then?
They're wrong. How is it substantive? How is that anywhere near as substantive as what I just said about fucking Luke Skywalker? Oh, the elf skin is black. Yeah, maybe they came from near the fucking equator. Who fucking cares?
I think, so that's what you're pointing to. You're pointing to like there's some kind of origin for why they look different than everybody else. Like, and so when you ask the question, why do they look different from anybody else? And the answer is, well, Amazon wanted to include more people. That's fine. But if people don't want to have changes to the lore just for the sake of inclusion, like, I don't think that's insane. I think if you want to make something inclusive, make something new, make it inclusive, and then nobody can bitch about you making changes.
Let me ask you a question, right? Where is this fucking Lord of the Rings base? What fucking planet is it? Is it a planet or what is it?
Yeah, we're talking about fiction and fantasy, Chud. No, I know we're not talking about reality.
No,
yep, that's very clear. It's all made up. Yes, very true.
Why are you fucking acting like that? I'm asking you a question.
Why are you acting like that? I'm just matching your energy.
I'm asking you a question. I'm trying to find out where is it based, and you're fucking being retarded. Where is Lord of the Rings based?
Middle Earth. Middle Earth.
Where is Middle Earth? Is it a planet? What is it?
It's a alternate universe. It's. I don't know if it's even like what space has to do with that. I don't know if that's even explored very much.
Middle Earth is a place on a planet, correct?
Sure.
Okay, and this planet has got, I presume, a atmosphere, sun, all this stuff similar to our Earth, I would imagine. Yeah. Is that the idea?
Probably, yeah.
With that in mind, do you think this planet has an equator?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's possible that there could be elves on the equator that have got darker skin and they've got higher melanin because they've grown up in a sunnier climate?
I actually don't. I don't really know. Like, I'm not a Silmarillion nerd. I don't know.
Okay,
if,
stop.
Okay, yep, you're gonna get me. Here we go.
On our Earth, there's an equator, right?
We have an equator. People can have different colors of skin. Yep.
Okay. And I think, fine. So if that planet has got an equator, do you think it's possible that there are elves that are born nearer the equator that have got darker skin? Based on your understanding of this Earth, we're saying it's similar. What do you think? Is it possible?
It's also maybe, sure.
Okay,
I don't know.
Thank you. You may now leave the call.
I'm not really. I don't think that defeated everything I just said.
You may now leave the call. Thank you very much. Yes, please. Thank you. Hello.
Hello. So I have a basic question. I don't really care about the Lord of the Rings stuff, but I think a really good example is James Bond.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is your opinion on, like, I don't really care like what color James Bond is, but I think if like Bond became a woman, I think I would have a problem with that. And I was curious what your opinion is on that.
Well, sure. I think that the issue you've got there is, I like James Bond. I don't think the race matters. I think like Idris Elba would be a fucking brilliant Bond, right?
Me too. Yeah.
One fundamental aspect of Bond's character is his womanizing, and that's not just like a surface level character trait. That is something that is fundamental to his character, to a number of stories that he's in, and so on. So, part of the story of James Bond often revolves around like there's a girl that he gets involved with, and then she's murdered, and that propels the plot along, and it's happened because he's fucked her or something like that. So to me, yeah, sure. If they said we're going to do a female James Bond, I would say that doesn't really make sense because his characterization and his, womanizing, etc., is really fundamental to James Bond as a character. Sure.
Cool. Yeah, I was just curious. So there is a level where you're like, oh, okay, if you change this, then you would have issues.
Another example would have an issue, which is a bit different. But if you've got a historical drama about a person that existed, I think that you ought to keep the race in a portrayal of that the same as the race of the person that existed. I don't think it makes sense to change the race of, like, I think Anne Boleyn was made a black woman, and to me that just seems like, why would you do that? Like,
Have you heard of Hamilton?
Yes, I know about Hamilton. Yeah.
What did you feel about
that? So they changed some of the characters to black characters, don't they?
Yeah, they changed, like, historically, like, white leaders or politicians, whatever, to black and mixed. Yeah.
Is that a musical?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, initially I would think I don't agree with that. I guess the thing is that musical attempting to be a true historical rendition in some way? You know, are they trying to portray the story in, like, an accurate way? I think, on principle, I'd probably say I don't agree with that.
Well, Lin-Manuel Miranda wanted to basically tell the story of Alexander Hamilton, so he did want it to be, like, obviously it's a musical, obviously there's going to be some musicals, so weird things are going to happen, but he did want to tell the story of Alexander Hamilton because he thought it was a story of a real person that was kind of like on a dollar bill or whatever, but wasn't actually, like, talked about. So the idea was that he wanted to tell the story of Alexander Hamilton. He also wanted to flip the script and have, like, historically white people be black to kind of flip that. I personally didn't have a problem with it, but I'm just curious what you think.
Sure. So I guess I'd have some. I'd have some. I guess there'd be some leniency if there's, like, maybe like a particular stylistic choice. I mean, I don't know much about Hamilton. I think if you're trying to portray, obviously you can't portray like for like events. It's always going to be a dramatization.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to do, like, an accurate dramatization of events that happened, then I think in that case you're better off sticking with the races you've got. If it's like a musical and there's a stylistic choice that plays into, like, the kind of music you do or something like that, I think there's elements where you could flip. I think if there's, like,
because they also, like, made it, like, rappy and stuff. So it was like, they changed, like, the style in a way that's, like, more rappy. So I think I agree with you. Like, if it was a film and it wasn't like a musical film, but it was just like a normal film, I think I'd be like, oh, this is really weird. But I think because it's a musical and they have, like, the rap influence and just the way it's done, I think it changes it.
Yeah, sure, I'd agree with that. Yeah, okay, that works for me. Okay,
cool,
great.
All right, yeah, just curious about those two things. All right.
Okay, cheers.
Yeah.
Thanks. I don't know who was first. I'll just go bottom up this time. Hey, Zonia, how's it going?
Oh, hey. Surprised me there. I was in the middle of a conversation. So, yeah, this whole thing is kind of a fascinating topic, right? It's like bringing up the whole concept of, what was it? Bond being a woman and, like, certain characters in history being reprised as other races. I think is a very, I think it depends on the context, right? So, like, in the case of Hamilton was sort of like two stories in one. It was a story based on the founding of America, or not even so much the founding of America, but based on, the founding forefathers and the events going on at the time. But at the same time was piggybacking a very intentional story that is like a multicultural cast and a diverse cast. Like, that was very intentional. So it's almost forgivable, because, like, if you take a look at other things that get, like, too woke to the point where it becomes try hard and synthetic and obvious, you're broken out of your ability to get drawn in by it, because it's just so obvious and try hard. But with a play like Hamilton, and it's kind of forgivable because they've constructed this intentional narrative. They weren't hiding it. They weren't trying to be try hard about it. They were trying to do something that was sort of groundbreaking, and they did it well. And you get drawn into it. Like, I don't know if you ever saw the play, but you get drawn into the way in which they do it. It's very beautiful. It's very artistic, and it gets both messages across without feeling too synthetic, right?
Yeah, sure. I mean, is there, like, do you have any disagreement on like the Black Elf thing, or is there something?
Well, no, I was kind of going off of the previous person was saying.
Oh,
Was giving like the examples that were being given, but no, I mean, like, honestly, the way I see it with Tolkien's lore, I think it's very flexible in a way. Tolkien isn't around anymore, right? And even though the lore is still kind of the lore, it has expanded and augmented in our culture significantly. Like Dungeons and Dragons is based off of Tolkien lore, and so much of our fantasy, broader fantasy genre across many different mediums are, if not directly influenced by, indirectly influenced by Tolkien lore, and have expanded. And it's, as you stated before, fantasy. So it has the ability to be flexible. It has the ability to be amended and adapted to better translate to today's culture. Now, you can go over the top with it. I don't know if this show has done it. I've only seen that one teaser trailer, as the one that you showed just today for the first time. It doesn't seem all that synthetic or that obvious to me. It seems pretty natural. But I think fantasy opens itself up to the doors of being reinterpreted by modern society and modern culture, and can be amended as such in a way that better suits that modern culture. So I don't really have an issue with it personally. But yeah, I didn't really have a disagreement. I was kind of like riffing off of what previous people said, so I'm not really like clashing with you on this.
Oh, okay, yeah, no worries.
But yeah.
No, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, so those are my thoughts based on the last few people that came on. You can kick me out.
Okay, no worries, Zonia. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate you. Okay,
Right,
always.
see ya.
Present Sunday. Is this the moment of our untimely combat?
Exactly. That's exactly what this is. I will not tolerate green men of Rohan in Lord of the Rings.
I mean, to be honest, we never really touched base on this, but I would imagine you're kind of a fantasy, like Tolkien kind of guy. Is that about right?
I mean, maybe at one point I was kind of into it. Not terribly beyond the movies, to be honest. I'm actually going to push back a little bit on Zonia, specifically on the Black Elf thing, and I have very particular reasons for that.
Okay, Zonia, if you're still there, hop back in. Somebody wants to disagree with you about it. Okay.
Oh no, not with her specifically. We're going to fight over.
Oh, okay, no problem. Right, forget that. Cancel that. Go on.
Yeah. However, I do have a particular issue with that, relevant to the novel as a kind of artifact by itself culturally. One of the things that a lot of people aren't really attentive to, because it's like a fictional novel and all that stuff, is the way in which the world that Tolkien writes is actually, extremely sort of racially charged. This even comes through in the films a little bit, where what kind of people are being interacted with is tied directly to the environment as well. Even at the end, when you have the I forget what they're called, but the mercenary army that Sauron has charging at Minas Tirith on the Oliphants, they make a point of only showing them in like desert-like environments and things of that sort. Tolkien himself was very specifically trying to make a very specifically pan-European kind of mythos. And one of the issues I have is that by sort of doing this kind of 50-50 distribution, where you have roughly the ethnic dispersion of the UK and America in Middle Earth, is that it really obscures that. It's not that it affects the story in a bad way. This is one of the reasons why, like, other fantasy novels that don't have that additional function, I don't have a problem with doing that. But as you say, it's sort of like it actually is somewhat comparable to the James Bond case, in that if suddenly you make James Bond sort of just a moniker that gets passed down, and then you have this thing sort of spread out so it obscures like the sexist origin of the thing. Stuff that was downstream from that origin, that now becomes obscured. So like the way in which the world is built is at the very least partially in a kind of dialogue with how foreign peoples were constructed. Like it's a hyper exaggeration both of sort of European myth and European ideals around like how society should be structured, how the world should be treated, things like that, as against its opposite. If that makes any sense. I just woke up. You were talking Lord of the Rings, and I had
Yeah, I just woke up after that. Chud, I'm here actually because I want to push back about your sexism there, and saying that Bond can't be a woman.
Okay.
Well, I kind of want to respond to President Sunday in this, if
please.
I can.
Okay,
Yeah,
make it
so-
swift, and then I want to hear what I was going to say. Go on.
Like, this is something I was thinking of earlier, is that, because if you've read Lord of the Rings and the other books that he wrote, he was very descriptive about the races and their origins and such. So I agree with President Sunday on that. And I think that it's still pretty easily amended with modern renditions of it and adapted to modern culture, because it needs to translate well to a broader audience, right? Especially with a movie. Like, books are one thing, because books are pursued by people for other reasons, but for popular media, you need to make something that translates well to the culture in order to get the box office sales and make the budget worth it, right? So I think it's still something that can be amended, especially considering that it comes from a basis of fantasy. Obviously, the nerds are going to be like, "Holy crap! They're screwing up the lore. They're not following the lore. This isn't canon." But I think it's very forgivable when it's popular media.
Here's where I'm going to push back on that a little bit. I agree, like absolutely forgivable in terms of it being media. But what would be the cooler move, and what would satisfy both fans and create interest for other people is don't try to sanitize Middle Earth. Do what some other things have done, and actually like make a drama that's focusing on like the Haradrim, or like groups that are actually like sort of treated as sort of side pieces or set pieces. Like that's where it gets super interesting. Some of the best popular media has been that way. The Mandalorian does that. It's fantastic for that.
Yeah,
reason.
true.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry, Chud.
I agree.
I'll leave the nerd shit for another
No
time.
worries.
Take care.
Christ.
Thanks. Thanks for coming on. Bye-bye.
Holy shit. Fuck. So anyway.
Hello, mate.
Now,
what's up?
I don't know if you heard any of that. I was asleep, but I really want to know what your problem is with a woman being Bond. Why is that a problem for you?
Sure. So I think that, I think I kind of, okay, I'll respond. I think I know where you're going to come from, but let's see how this goes. So I think that Bond's, womanizing, which has got a very kind of masculine edge, okay? I think that womanizing is really fundamental to his character. And
I agree.
I don't know if it was like, say, a woman and it was a lesbian woman, at that point I would just say, look, make a new fucking character, okay? Like, why do you need to do a James Bond character when the characterization of him being a man that womanizes people and his masculinity seems to be a big part of his character? If you really want to change it to that level, because my big problem is minor changes aren't an issue. Change the race of Bond, who fucking cares? But there's some real fundamental aspects of his character that I think are linked to traits like masculinity, the sexualization of women, whatever it is, right? And I just think that you're not really going to get that from a woman. You might as well just make a new character.
Have you not seen that movie Me and You Madness with Steve Mnuchin's wife?
No, what's that?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched it either because it's dog shit. But I guess where I'm trying to understand is it's basically the woman you were describing, right? She's like some sort of woman or manizer, I guess, if that's a thing anyway. But
she goes after men, right? Is that what you said? I was thinking lesbians.
Yeah, and I think she's a killer or something too. But I don't know. I'm not seeing why you couldn't still. Well, let me back up a bit. So should they maybe just make a new movie? Probably. But the reality is that film companies like to play on existing audiences, right? So there's already an audience for Bond that loves Bond, and so they can leverage that to guarantee some level of profit, and that gets the movie made. And now,
yeah, and I would criticize that if a movie studio made a change, right, that isn't like minimal or like inconsequential of a character, just to play on the existing brand loyalty, then yeah, I can understand why people will be upset by that. You have James Bond, you know, as a woman, like, yeah, I wouldn't really be as critical. I'd be like, yeah, sure, you know, I understand why you'd be pissed off with that. That's kind of fair enough,
but why,
you know.
But you said you would have a problem with it.
Yes, I would have a problem with it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so why are you sexist?
Well, I don't really understand where you're coming from. Because I think what I'm trying to say to you is that I'm laughing and joking about people that are annoyed about the elf, because I think it's an inconsequential change that could easily be explained with some very minimal lore. It's not you need to write a fucking book to explain how they might be black elves, right? But with James Bond, I think that's a more fundamental change to the character.
Every reboot of the James Bond series, it's not like a historical thing that just keeps going, right? It's a new telling of that story every time. Like when it reboots with a new actor, right? So I just don't understand why you couldn't have a woman play that actor. It might be difficult to do and be serious, but I'm not sure why it would necessarily...
Sorry, I see Ring of Fire in chat saying some bullshit. You're being fucking retarded, okay? You're making these points. If you don't understand my point, if you don't understand the difference between having an elf that happens to be black in the fucking Lord of the Rings universe and making James Bond, who has historically been, it's a character that has historically been a man that has had masculine traits, has played a masculine role, and changing that to a woman, you're literally fucking brain dead, and I don't know what to say to you. I don't think it's sexist or a problem. The issue is how fundamental are we getting to the character at hand, and what changes are we making, right? Because the equivalent would be in the case of James Bond, if there was a black James Bond, would I have a problem? No, doesn't matter, right? But if you're talking about changing a gender of someone, right? Generally speaking, unless there's a fucking role in which, you know, the gender isn't as relevant, say, right? Like I think there's some gender swaps where the role isn't as like, you know, reliant on the gender at hand. But when it's James Bond, the character who has got, you know, a history of being like a masculine, domineering woman, like womanizing, etc., I just don't see how you can change that to a woman without fundamentally changing the character of James Bond to the point that you might as well just make a different character. Does that make sense?
It makes sense to me, yeah. I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I definitely think that it's a way bigger change, right? Because it is more fundamental to the character. Someone's skin color, and that isn't really fundamental to the character. But I'd say that as long as it's still a good movie, I don't really see the problem with it. I think the only issue that can come up is that it might not happen because, you know, your core audience might be men, and so making that shift is a big change in the core audience. But if you feel like that's the right move to make to make your buck and it's a good movie, sure, do it.
I think that the thing is like, I can understand why, okay, I just don't understand why people are annoyed about a black elf, right? I could understand why people might be annoyed about like a woman Bond, but of course, like, yeah, if you're really that bothered, watch the movie and see what you think of it. And I think obviously it's going to be a subjective thing. But there could be, you know, sure, there could be a way that they could do it well. Perhaps maybe it would still be a good movie. I don't know. But, you know, I would personally be skeptical. And, like, I don't think I've watched the latest Bond movie. I can't remember what it was called. But if they did another one and it was, like, Jane Bond or whatever, like, I personally probably wouldn't, you know, go out of my way to watch it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, Bond is very much it's steeped in those gender roles, and so for those people that, you know, really that matters and they need to see their own identity, I can see that a problem. But I think there's some identity there too. It's just, I think and I don't know, I say this kind of half tongue in cheek, but I do think that there's some sexism in it. But that's fine. Like it feels good, like to see that stuff, and it is core to the movie. But racism isn't core to the Hobbit movies. So yeah. Anyway.
Okay, mate. Yeah, no, sure. Well, yeah. Thanks for coming on, mate. As always, pleasure. Okay, so you know that person. Listen, you know that person that was there saying like, "I'm a lol cow." What were they called? Somewhere Nux. They were like calling me a lol cow, and they were like fucking saying all this shit about me, right? I said to them, like, you know, when you're coming on stream and stuff like this, anyway, they just posted this in general in spicy in general chat. Many such cases, guys. Many such cases. Holy shit, maybe I should stay out of spicy chat. It makes me actually schizo. Oh, man. I thought I was going to get milked as a lolcow, but turns out the milker was in fact the milky, it would seem. Is anyone that has fucking given me shit in chat about my take, is any one of them, not a single one, willing to come on? Oh man, Doberman choking, are you fucking kidding me? Is that the only person that's willing to talk about this? Oh my fucking god. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you.
You got me there?
Yeah, I got you, mate. How's it going?
It's going all right. I'm going to reveal a bit of my nerdism. When years ago, back in the 90s, I used to run a LARP, a live-action role-playing game, and it made tons of money.
We're blacks allowed.
And
We're blacks
what
allowed.
I'm talking about is how race is very much important in the right setting for characters.
So basically, there'd be a black person, and you'd be like, right, you can't play an elf. Get out of here. Is that what we're saying?
No. We had. I'll give you
the Jews.
example.
The Jews have got to play the bankers. The Jews have got to play. The Jews have got to play the bankers. Is that what we're saying?
So, well, here's the thing. Okay. If you're going to like, who was the guy who played Luther in the? They were talking about him playing James Bond.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, he could have played James Bond. I think he's got the chops for it. You know, that's fine. I think though they're doing a disservice by saying by tagging him into this. They could have gone back, and a lot of people these days in Hollywood and the movies and all that are lazy. I think they could have gone back and done a character line for him based in his own world, his own.
Sorry, mate. You're just rambling on. I've got no fucking clue what you're talking about. You've gone from talking about some fantasy thing where blacks weren't allowed or some shit. I don't really listening to what we saying now. Okay, well, tell me then. Right, let me ask you this. Let's go back to the live action roleplay. Wait. Live action roleplay, right? You're there. You're with your little nerds. You got your fucking swords out. Yes. A black person comes in and says, "I'd like to be an elf, please."
No, there were no elves, but we had a character who it was a black player and his boyfriend, and they played.
Wait, a man, gay people as well. Were gays allowed?
Oh yes.
Oh damn. Okay, that's surprising. Anyway, sorry. Continue.
Well, I didn't say I'd want them to go to school with my kids. I just said, they could play the game. So, so effectively, what happened was he had designed a character that was just against all the rules. He had a gay Muslim vampire. And we went with it. Like, you realize that this character is really going to be in trouble because the clan he's with are Muslim. They'll want to kill him for being gay and the whole 9 yards. So he went with it. We used to get like packed crowds. We get 60 people a night in this space playing this game at $5 a head. We did pretty good. And he basically, his storyline blew up and people were talking about it online. They were interested in it. At one point in time, what happened was his boyfriend got caught up in something and there was a trial. And because they're both gay, he can't say anything. So he had to let his boyfriend die, and it led to this whole thing. So, I mean, race played a huge role in that.
Sorry.
Because also...
You're getting back to the LARPing stuff, but someone died. What was that about?
Oh, his boyfriend in the game died. He had to let his boyfriend die because his boyfriend knew too much. But if he identified with his boyfriend and tried to... and tried to.
You mean in character? You mean in character? Okay, sorry, I misunderstood. I thought
Yes,
someone literally died.
No, no. So it led to this amazing storyline, and his race did come into it because, and the thing is, if you ran that these days, people would probably bark a bit about it. But the thing is that for any character, and like what I was saying about that one actor, they could have gone and given him his whole own arc, his own story, and made him an agent in the 50s, which would have been insane because everything would have been against him. He's black. He's a spy going on dangerous missions in the 50s. So I think that when they kind of pander, when it's like, like you said, deliberately kind of pushing wokeism, you're not doing a service to these actors.
Sorry. Wait. Sorry. I never said anything about pushing wokeism. You've put that in my mouth. I don't know where you got that from.
I thought you had said that at one point in time that you thought that was the case.
Yeah, that's right. As soon as I see a black character on the screen, I say this is just pushing wokeism. You've got me big time.
Well, that's not what you said. I thought you had said that you had seen a poster or something, or that you felt before that.
Let me explain the point again because I think you're misunderstanding. Okay.
Okay, I'm not here to like argue and get aggressive or anything. So
I'm not getting aggressive either. Listen, it's a pleasure as always. Okay. So the point I was making is that I think that a lot of companies now are very savvy to the temperature of online discourse, and they know that if they push a certain, it used to be that it was like purely, we want to have more equality or whatever, right? So we want to have more black characters, right? Generally, I don't care if it's not a really big change to like a fundamental part of a character's lore or whatever. If it's race, I don't care. But anyway, they would do that and it would get people riled up, okay? And I think now what we're seeing is Lord of the Rings is not pushing wokeism, so to speak, right? What they're doing is they've got these black characters in, and they're putting them to the forefront. The intent isn't to push wokeism. The intent is to create viral marketing campaigns by relying on the reaction of these nerds crying about the fact that there's black elves. And this fucking Lord of the Rings thing, I haven't heard the end of it from the past few days since this fucking trailer come out, because guess what? Everyone's complaining about the fucking black elves.
Well, the thing is that, I mean, obviously that plan of advertising or writing out some sort of form of entertainment isn't working because nobody's watching it. So
if nobody's watching it, then fine, who cares? No one's going to watch it and they're going to stop making it.
Sure. But I mean, the thing is that's happened with a lot of... I'm not complaining about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like you were perturbed by it at least.
No. I don't care. I don't watch Lord of the Rings. I don't care. The point I'm making is that...
Another person doesn't care. Excellent. Good. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I just don't understand, my whole point is I want someone to come in and explain to me why I should care that there's a black elf, and no one's been able to do it yet.
In all honesty, I mean, the only people that are going to complain about it are your diehard nerds. So you need to get like an incredibly diehard nerd who's going to, but nobody's going to come in and argue that point. I mean, they're going to say it's about canon. It's about, keeping it true to Tolkien. But, nobody's going to come in and argue that point, I think. I don't think anybody's going to do that.
If there's, if I'm going to Nerds for opinions, it's going to be about what parts to put in my next PC. That's it.
Sure. Well, those are the people that are you're going to have to talk to. Those are the ones that are disparaging the show. Those are the ones who are not happy with black elves, apparently.
I know, and they're all fucking hyper autistic. They're sat in my chat complaining, not willing to come on because they know they can't fucking order a pizza over the phone. It's pathetic. The pussies. But it is what it is. C'est la vie.
I didn't mean to eat up your time. I just brought in another perspective as to what another point was, and that was that.
Also, I see someone in chat at G-Boots. I'm a nerd and I love black elves. Try again. I feel like I've just been a bit harsh there. There's some nerds that don't give a shit, okay? They're probably the more well-rounded people that have got a life, but they don't really care. They still will watch it and enjoy it. I think that, the fact that there are some nerds that are just like kind of whatever is what it is, right? And there's some nerds that are like hyper-fixating on the fact there's a black elf, like, is quite telling to me, is all I'm going to say on that.
It's weird. I've never encountered it in my lifetime. And I mean, I was involved in, the nerd stuff for 30 years. And it's I don't know. It baffles me. At my age, I look at this stuff and I'm like, why? What difference does it make? If you don't like it, turn it off. If you're that worried about it, go back and read the books. Go back and watch the movies. But if there's diehard nerds, you're gonna have to, contend with their horse shit. So,
I mean, I literally don't. You go outside and they no longer exist. So, easy peasy.
Oh no, they're out there lurking in the bushes. They're watching. So. But
okay, thanks for
they're out there pretending to touch grass. So, all right. Well, I'm sorry if I took up time or anything.
No, not at all. Listen, it's always a pleasure, mate. All right, speak to you later.
If the law rules are that elves
Cool. I'll
are
catch you later.
intrinsically white, it's just associatively weird, like making a Godfather with black Americans.
Well, there's 3 people waiting now. There's an angry nerd as well. Ooh, the angry nerd enters the chamber of secrets to discuss.
Yeah. Chud, I don't
Whoa.
appreciate it. It's cultural appropriation. It's just not right.
He's memeing. He's making a meme argument.
No, I'm freaking not kidding, man. Did you guys see the Beauty and the Beast remake when they did the live action version of it? It didn't seem historically accurate to me. I do completely understand the need for inclusion, and this is a modern film, but frankly speaking, we have dark-skinned elves. They're called drow. They just exist in a different world in the Middle-earth environment. You know what I'm saying?
I agree strongly.
I just wanted to point out that your little gotcha on the Earth and the equator, I looked it up. Middle Earth is flat. There's no equator. There's 2 suns, so fuck you. That point didn't work. And you shouldn't have kicked me out after that point.
Okay, right. Let me ask you this then. Wait a sec. There's 2 suns, right? That's double the sunlight. So presumably, hang on a sec.
Well, then everybody should be brown.
Wait, I thought you were a Middle Earth fan. I thought you'd have known that. A bit embarrassing for you. A little bit embarrassing for you. You care about the Black Elves, but you don't care about knowing what Middle Earth is. Anyway, double the sun, double the black people, surely.
Well, then why isn't everybody brown?
Well, I guess that the sun hits. I guess the sun hits at different points. I mean, Tatooine had 2 suns, but not everyone on that was black, were they?
You're right. Actually, you got me. But I just wanted to say, there's no equator, and I do think you're being hypocritical when you talk about James Bond and Lord of the Rings. You care deeply about James Bond being a man, but you don't care about race.
This is what.
Lord of the Rings.
Right. Let me explain it. Okay, wait. Let me explain. You're retarded. Let me explain it to you. Okay.
I know you say I'm retarded.
It's really simple. Yeah, it's because it's true. But listen to me, okay? An elf, their race is not fundamental to their character whatsoever. What's the difference between a white elf and a black elf apart from the color of their skin?
What's fundamental about James Bond being a man?
Okay. When you think about James Bond, if I say to you James Bond, what sort of traits do you think of?
I think of a super spy, great shot, drives cool cars, fucks women. That's what I think.
Right. If you were to go a bit deeper than that...
I didn't say man. Was I supposed to say also he's a guy?
I feel you're being a bit disingenuous there because I'm not asking...
Yeah, because you're being disingenuous. Yeah, I'm being disingenuous.
No, I'm not being disingenuous. No. You're making an absolute retard of yourself right now, okay? Because because you are specifically naming traits that are ungendered, right?
So, okay, you're right. So then what's wrong with replacing the gender of James Bond? If all the traits that make James Bond in my mind, then why can't James Bond be a woman?
You are a fucking retard because there's lots of people out there who don't just associate it with being like a good shot. There are masculine traits that a lot of people associate with James Bond.
You think there's a lot of people out there who view elves with a specific physical appearance and a specific origin? Do you think that group of people exists?
We're talking character traits versus physical appearances, though. James Bond doesn't have to be a dark-haired man.
I've already said if James Bond were to change race, that would be fine.
I know. We're talking about gender. I mean, is gender that much different?
The point is, right, okay, let me ask, right, but even with race, there might be, like with Shaft, right? Shaft is a black character. There's things about Shaft which are intimately related to his blackness, okay? There are some male characters where there aren't closely linked traits associated with their gender, okay? You could gender swap, then it wouldn't be a problem. But with James Bond, there are absolutely traits that he exhibits in his movies and his character.
Which traits are associated with his gender?
Okay,
so this comparison,
sorry, one sec.
The race of the elf would matter if elves were
don't know.
historic.
So the main aspect, I think that there's a strong masculinity that exists that a lot of people associate with when it comes to Bond.
Okay, and masculine. Can you be more specific about what you mean when you say masculinity?
Sure. So he's masculine. He's a womanizer. You know, he's kind of like cold-shouldered, stuff like that.
Okay, so these are all things that a woman could not exhibit. Like those things that you just said were masculine. These are things that a woman cannot exhibit.
Well, no, I'm not saying that a woman can't exhibit them, but what I'm saying to you is there's a masculinity.
You're saying it's possible that a woman could exhibit the same traits, so why not just change the fiction? It's possible. It's just as possible as there being brown elves hidden away that were never shown before, were never written about, and are in the encyclopedia of the Silmarillion or whatever the fuck it's called, never talked about. It's possible that they exist. We can just add them in, just like we can just imagine there's an edge case scenario where James Bond is a woman and who exhibits masculine traits. What's the difference?
But the problem is, James Bond is James Bond. What are you going to call a female James Bond?
Jeanette Bond.
Well, then that's a different character, then, isn't it? You've created a different character.
No, actually, I'm just rewriting the canon and just saying that this is now the canon, is that it was always Jeanette Bond. Because why not? It's fiction. It doesn't matter. It's fantasy.
I think with James Bond, though, he's meant to represent, like, the peak British male. Like, he's meant to be, like, that alpha male, basically. That's what he's meant to represent, though. Like, you can't have that with, like, a female person. You can have a female,
why not?
Have a female woman as a 007, but you can't have her as a peak male. What's it called? Statue. She can't. What are you telling me that a peak woman?
It's fiction. I can do whatever I want. If we're going with the logic of if something is fantasy or fiction, then we can come up with shit to make anything work, which is what we've been working on. Then why not?
But the problem you've got, okay, but here's the, wait, sorry. The problem you've got is you've got, say, 20 films, right, where you've got James Bond. That's the character in those films, James Bond, and they're a man.
How much writing do you think we have?
Wait. Listen to me, okay? You're misunderstanding me here. So we've got 20 films that feature male actors playing a character called James Bond. You cannot rewrite those. You cannot retcon those, okay? Unless you want to say that, actually, it turns out that James Bond was a woman this whole time. He's a man. He's coded as a man. He plays a man. If you want to create a new one, Janet Bond, yeah, sure. Go ahead and create Janet Bond or Jamie Bond or something like that. But that's going to be fundamentally a different character to the one that you've seen in like the last 20 movies. It would be like the equivalent. Wait. It would be like the equivalent of Doctor Who turning into a woman. I mean, yeah, I don't have a problem with Doctor Who being a woman.
Doctor Who is a woman right now, isn't she? Like the current one is a woman.
But she was a man, right? And then she changed to a woman because she's a Time Lord and she can take any form or whatever. I don't fucking know about Doctor Who.
That's pretty nerdy, Chud. I can't believe you would know that. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Yeah. Okay.
So what I would say,
I think he's serious.
Okay. So all I would say is,
but you understand my point, right?
No. I do. No, I do. Here's the thing, Chud. I'm arguing against you with James Bond because I actually agree with you in James Bond, but I'm using it to point out that your argument that you're making towards Lord of the Rings is the exact same argument. Just because there are different factors.
It's not the same argument, you fucking retard.
If there was the same argument. You think that just because it's race and gender,
okay, calm down. I know you're excited to be on stream. Calm down. Okay.
I know you're very excited to have me. Thank you for having me.
Not really. You're a bit autistic, but listen to me and I'll explain it to you. Okay. If you had an elf, okay, what's the name of that? You probably know this. What's the name of that elf king that was played by what's his face? Elrond, right? If they did a new Lord of the Rings film, okay, or whatever, and they said, right, Elrond's going to be played by like, you know, I don't know, like a woman, say, right? Because he's like a king or whatever, right?
Okay.
He's a king, correct?
Yeah, he's a leader. I don't know.
Sure.
I think he's a king.
So if he was played by a king, that's really, you know, contradictory with the canon, right? Now, in the canon of Lord of the Rings, is there a description of Elrond where it's clear that he's white?
I think all elves are considered fair skin, and when I look up fair skin basically means white. That's what my understanding of what fair skin means, is that elves are fair skinned in the world.
But Elrond as a character, right? He's
well,
a white
Elrond
guy.
is an elf, and therefore,
oh my
since
God.
all elves are fair
Speaking
skinned.
to autistic nerds is so
This
frustrating.
is not autistic. This is logic, Chud. Okay, your name. It's in your fucking name. So maybe if you can chill, and listen to me finish.
What do you mean it's logic? What do you mean? We're talking about
let me walk you through.
fantasy
You want me to walk you
lore.
from A to B? Oh, okay. So it's fantasy logic. Okay. What? So is the argument that since it's fiction, logic doesn't matter. We don't need to actually have reasoning for anything, or does it sometimes matter when you want it to?
You're making a massive misrepresentation of my argument. Okay, I never said at any point because you're so fucking. I know you're very excited. You're completely misunderstanding.
You can keep saying that over and over again just because you don't want to lose the argument. I don't know why you keep saying that.
No,
go ahead.
Listen. Okay. Here's the problem, okay? My point is because I've already said that there's some situations, right, where there can be a fundamental change to someone's character, and I would be totally fine if someone was like, "Oh, hey, yeah, that's kind of weird," right? But I just don't think that there being a black elf in and of itself that isn't like if Elrond was suddenly black, and the lore up until this point has said that they're like, a white character, say, that specific character, and they changed to a black character and it changed their characterization or something like that, yeah, maybe that might be a problem, right? But I mean, I don't even know who that fucking elf is. Who is that elf that we saw in the show?
Okay.
What's their name?
Okay. Wait. Oh, I don't know. It's a trailer. But okay.
Okay.
When you're trying to say that, like, I don't think it's a problem, like, maybe, or no, when you say maybe there would be a problem if they made Elrond black, can you explain to me why that would be a problem? Like, what are the conditions that would make that a problem in that scenario?
Chuck, can I try? Can I take a crack?
Yeah, sure.
All right. What's up, Chud? I haven't talked to you in
It's been a while, yeah. How you doing?
It's been a while. Me raging in your chat about some shit all the time. It's all good. I think
Joe Lewis?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you were an angry nerd.
Who, me?
Yes.
Me?
No, I'm the angry nerd.
No, you're the angry nerd.
I came in here to explain the cultural appropriation, but by all means, I'll let Joe take the floor.
Oh, Lord Jesus Christ. Okay, so James Bond, right? James Bond, for me, is an institution. And as an institution, there's settled habits of thought and settled habits of action concerning the object of James Bond. So, those settled habits of thought are ingrained so much so in individuals that they see themselves within James Bond. Because when you have settled habits of thought and settled habits of action, and you have these shared interests based on those settled habits of thought, you see yourself in that object. So a lot of people see themselves as James Bond or see themselves as elves, dwarves, whatever. And the only way you can change these institutions, in this case, like the institution of James Bond or the institution of your favorite elf, is to change the settled habits of thought. For Doctor Who, the settled habits of thought was he looks a particular way. And that particular way is a shared settled habit of thought, which leads to settled habits of action around that thought. So if you're trying to change something to be something else, because so many people are going to see themselves in this institution, whether it be the institution of James Bond, the institution of Doctor Who, that's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable because they see themselves within that character. So if a creator goes a different way, let's say they make James Bond black, Shaft white, Cinderella black, then you're going to have people who see this change of a settled habit of thought uncomfortable. I think that's all is happening.
Okay, so we pivoted completely from my question. I don't know.
You can ask it again. That's fine.
I mean, I don't want to be autistic, but I just know you said you're going to take a crack at the question. I thought instead you went on a whole other thing.
I mean, you can just ask it again.
Well, the question to Chud was when we were talking about Elrond's race changing, that was not, or that could have been a problem, and you're saying that may be a problem. So my question was,
absolutely, it'll be a problem.
Okay, let me listen, Joe.
Okay, because
I've got this. Okay, let me
like
just.
Yeah.
Okay, so if there is a lore of a particular character, right, and explains their race, and I mean, I've seen the films of Elrond. I don't know the extended lore of like Elrond, But if, like, say he's of a race and that elf comes from a certain area or something like that, I don't fucking know.
Okay.
You know, sure, it might be a problem to sort of, you know, to change that particular character's race. Okay. But what I'm saying is, right, sure, I mean, maybe there's some stuff in the lore that says like these elves are white, but if there are black elves introduced, I mean, listen, if they just say, oh, these black elves are part of these elves which are white and it doesn't make sense, that's fine. But having black elves that exist in the world of Middle Earth, I don't think is like you have to make many leaps to create a group of black elves that exist in Middle Earth. You can probably create lore that exists of these black elves come from this area of Middle Earth, which makes more sense, stuff like that, right? But if Elrond is from, like, say, the top north of whatever, I don't fucking know, you know, where all the other elves are white, and then all of a sudden he changes character and he's a black Elrond, and everyone, you know, you don't change the races of everyone else or something like that. Yeah, sure, that could be a problem, right?
Okay. I understand where you're at. I understand your argument. I think basically completely. Now, so here's what I'll say. If the show comes out and it turns out that actually these elves who are dark skinned, aren't fair skinned, whatever, they're brown, black, whatever, if they come from the same place as every other elf, which has established in the lore to be fair skinned, then would you have a problem with that? Because now we're not creating additional lore to say that, like, oh, there's actually a hidden, you know, group of elves who lived in a specific place where they had more melanin in their skin, whatever, and now they're branching out. Like, then it's just a retcon of, like, saying, hey, yeah, you know, the elves that were this every other way, they're exactly the same, except now they have, you know, darker skin.
So, okay.
Would that be a problem?
Yes. If there's no explanation as to why you've got elves that were historically white, and there's no additional lore that explains why there's a new group of elves that have got like a different melanin content or whatever, yeah, sure, that would be a problem.
Okay, great. So when people who are mad are just, maybe they're putting the cart before the horse a little bit, and they're probably assuming, and I think I kind of fall in this camp, is that Amazon did not create the lore to back this up, and instead they're just doing it for inclusion, which I'm not against inclusion. I think inclusion's cool, but I'm just saying their motivation or the way that they're doing it, I don't think is that they've created additional lore to explain this. I think they're
wait. You've completely you haven't listened to the first part of my stream because I've already covered this, okay? I've already covered this and you don't realize. So, my belief is that what these companies do now is they know that nerds, not like yourself, but similar to yourself.
You think it's a viral campaign. You think it's a viral campaign, right? I heard that.
Yeah. Right. So that's my point.
I don't know if that's. I actually don't agree. I think it does create a viral aspect. I'm not going to deny that, obviously. But I think, like, we've seen other examples where, like, changes like these, like, female Ghostbusters.
No, wait. No, stop. You don't understand. No. Wait. Everyone shut up. Everyone shut up. Right. Listen.
Okay.
Listen. Do you understand the linear passage of time? So the Ghostbusters film came out in 2016. It's 2022 now, so 6 years ahead. Do you understand that, first of all? Yes or no?
I do understand that, yes.
Okay, so I agree that the Ghostbusters film was putting the idea of, oh, let's have 4 women Ghostbusters and make it about inclusion and whatever. Yeah, I never watched it. It sounded like it was a sack of shit, okay? It sounded like that high-level concept went before the writing and stuff like that, okay? What I'm saying now is companies are wise to that reaction. So this marketing campaign plays into that. Now, I don't know what the finished show is going to show, but it seemed like there was a shitload of fucking white characters there. I think that they're intentionally including shots. They're intentionally sorry, some background noise. They're intentionally including shots, putting like a black person on the poster and things like that. And it's not a case of like, oh, black characters ahead of the fucking thing or whatever. It is, let's get these fucking nerds rolled up with some black people. And
I just don't think I agree. I just don't agree with the motivation. I don't think that's the motivation. I think it does create that effect, but I don't agree that that's the motivation. I think the motivation is an actual sense of wanting to include people and wanting to have representation. I'm just saying that I think that's misguided in this case. But I do think the motivation is probably legitimately that they want to have inclusion involved. I don't think it's for viral campaigns. But that's what Chud was just talking about was motivation. So that's why I'm talking about motivation.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't, like, the intent of why they want to do this doesn't matter. It's the impact. And the impact is because we haven't changed.
I think the motivation
the
motivation doesn't matter.
Because we haven't changed the settled.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh my God, it's happening.
Yes. Okay. All right. So, like, here's my point: is none of this shit is real and doesn't matter. Shut up.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
Never heard that one.
So I disagree
Very
with both
original.
of them.
I'm so glad you came in here to do that epic meme, and now everybody in the chat is gonna go, "Roll base, dude. Very good one."
That exactly. Listen. My life
Yes, we're
is
all talking
sustained
about
by
fantasy and fiction and
Black
shit that's not
Eraser's
real.
real,
We all
Chud.
understand
Wow,
that.
you're like
You sound like a total
that I
fucking
said
retard
that.
coming
Holy
in here
shit.
and saying the total obvious shit.
Okay, so what I was saying,
my
what
life is
I'm trying,
sustained by the
I'm gonna
Giga Chad
bulldoze through you. I'm
memes
gonna
that
bulldoze
repost.
through you,
I need
Butler.
them, all
Butler,
right?
I'm gonna bulldoze through you. I'm gonna bulldoze through you. Sorry, friend.
Go for it.
So
I love it when men do that to me.
I know, very hot, right? Just make sure you buy me dinner first, okay?
Okay.
That's what Andrew Tate taught me. So when you don't change the settled habit of thought and action around an institution, then people are going to have a visceral reaction to it. So that the problem,
Joe,
I
I'm
think
really
Chud
sorry,
made-
mate. Listen, I love you, mate, but I
Yeah.
feel like you're just kind of going, you know, oh look, people are going to have a visceral reaction. Yes, that's the whole point.
well, no,
I
yeah,
know, I
but-
know people have a visceral reaction. I'm saying, right? Listen, if someone is out there and they're like, oh, you know, the Black Elves, oh, that's a bit weird. I'm not sure what that would be. Maybe they're going to explain it or something like that. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But you've got people filling diaper after fucking diaper after diaper over this shit. It's not just like, oh, I wonder what that's all about. People are losing their fucking minds over this, right? And that's what I'm pointing out.
I feel like that's
like the
because
problem-
they're.
Oh god, the problem that I have is that like if you make a character black or if you make a character white, that's not changing like the settled habits of thought and action around those characters. So you're just gonna have people just react. And I think companies know this. They know that they're not trying to change the settled habits of thought and action. And then that way, like it's gonna keep creating the same thing. But if you have like settled habits of thought around these characters that allow for these expressions to exist, then you're not going to receive as much backlash. But they don't care about that. Like the people who make the Lord of the Rings remakes, they don't care. They're aware that they're not changing these things, and they're like basically essentially like they know the reaction's going to happen because they're not changing.
Their intention doesn't matter. Their motivations don't matter. There you go. That's what you just said like 5 minutes ago. Now you're talking about motivations and intentions. So
No,
There you go.
I'm saying, oh my god, it's almost like I say two things that are separate from each other, and then people just want to put them together like they're interconnected. I can say
But when you
one
say
thing and say
when you say
another thing.
motivation doesn't matter, and then you go on to talk about motivation for 5 minutes, those are totally not connected.
I'm gonna try. I'll say it again. How about that? Is that
Okay.
gonna work, or are we gonna
Yeah,
be stuck
sure.
on this
Go ahead.
for 10, 20 minutes?
No, I mean you can say it again.
Okay, great, fantastic. What I'm saying is, we see the impact of these things, and you don't need, and the motivations of individuals doesn't matter here, because the institutions are the things that we're trying to change. And if you change the institutions, the settled habits of thought and action around objects, then you're not going to see this type of backlash. But it's reasonable to say that the institution of these companies don't care. They
Okay, so
are
the people
aware of
involved
what's
in these
going to
institutions,
happen.
I know you're creating like a mythical institutional ghost that like exists separate from individuals in charge, but actually these companies are made up of people who are making decisions. Like, I don't know if you've worked in a company before, but that's not how it works. So yeah, you're talking about the motivations of people right now. So go ahead, keep going.
These institutions function divorced of the individual. You can have individuals within a
Okay,
company.
yeah. CEO
that
doesn't
wanna have-
matter.
Yeah,
Lead
it doesn't
people who are
matter. It doesn't
casting
matter
don't
because
matter.
the only
Okay.
yeah, it doesn't matter because
Got
the
it.
only way to change these institutions, whether it be the institution of Disney, the institution of Lord of the Rings, all of these ideas that we have, these settled habits of thoughts and action around objects, is to change the settled habits of thought and action around these objects. That's it.
Great.
That's all it is.
Great. Totally impractical. Nothing you say makes sense when you're talking about like changing institutions, but you're divorcing it from individuals. How do we change anything if we're not changing individuals? This is a level
You
of like
change the
stupidity that I can't
the
deal with.
settled habits of thought and action around the objects. I don't
Ow.
know where you're getting lost, but we can
Ow.
move on from that.
See, I feel like
make any
the
sense.
reason that people are getting upset in this situation, though, is that a lot of people that have been bought into like these series of lore, like the friggin' Amazon people didn't come up with the idea of dark-skinned elves like, hey, this is some new concept. Like, these things have been fleshed out. Tolkien may not have touched these things, but these worlds have been touched by like a variety of people since like 1928 or 38, whenever he originally wrote the books. And then there have been countless authors and people that have contributed to these worlds and built up this series of lore. And it's kind of like when Star Wars at some point goes, hey, we're going to take all of this stuff, we're going to throw it off into Legends. A bunch of Star Wars fans were like, hey, I was really invested
That's what I
in
said.
like all of this
That's what I
mythology.
said. And I understand if people are upset by that because I used to read those books and that is like a substantive, massive change that is,
Right.
you know, how do you explain that? How do you explain, or all of these books books and all this world building we did, well, that's not what happened anymore. That's now Legends. Here's canon. Luke Skywalker's dead. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, I get
I
what
think I'm
people
just
would be
gonna
annoyed
loop.
with
I
that.
think I'm just gonna loop arguments if I keep arguing. So I'll probably just
from
drop
what
out.
Listen,
Thank you.
listen. Wait.
Appreciate it.
Before you go, listen. It was fun to talk to you. Okay, I know I was a bit.
Yeah, no, I had
munchy,
fun.
but-
No, I had fun.
Okay, good.
Good
chat. Bye bye.
So,
So
I
from
actually
what
have
I've
something
understood-
intelligent to say. I don't know if it's full disclosure. I was fucking around with my phone for a little bit with like the mic settings because I couldn't hear anything. I didn't know if anyone could hear me. So I don't know if anyone said it, but I do kind of feel like a lot of this stuff is kind of disingenuous. It's kind of a marketing thing. Like they do it because they know there's going to be an outrage. They're going to have like all these guys on YouTube going, I'm so
Yeah,
angry.
that's what I said. Yeah, it seems like it almost
Yeah,
intentionally
I
baiting that
agree.
at this point.
100%. Like I'm very cynical when it comes to this kind of shit. I just assume it's all marketing. They're trying to maximize their profits. They want their brand on everyone's tongue, so to speak. So whenever I see that, they're like, "Oh, diversity," and I'm like, "That's very disingenuous." They're using people as props, really. It's very cynical.
Yeah, I mean, I genuinely feel bad for like, because I know some of these actors get like an absolute shit ton of hate from nerds who don't
for sure.
understand, and it's like they've just been hired to play this role, and all of a sudden you got a bunch of angry internet nerds. Oh, you're playing this character and it's not part of the law, and it's like they're just a fucking actor, and I imagine some of them probably don't give a shit. They're just there for the fucking paycheck,
Or even
I mean,
in some situations, they don't even know the role that they have in it until like it gets announced.
because
So,
the
like,
thing
they
is,
know they have,
yeah.
yeah.
Because the thing is, like Harrison Ford famously hated Han Solo, and I think
Yeah.
he only wanted to come back because he said, "Kill me off. I'm fucking done with this character," basically, right? So, like, people
Let me make
idolize,
more Indiana Jones.
yeah, people idolize Han Solo because he is admittedly a great character, but like he doesn't give a shit. In fact, the elation that people pay him bothers him. He hates the fact that he's associated with Han Solo. So I can only imagine what it's like if you're paid to play a role. You maybe don't care about it that much. You're like, this is just a job for me, right? All of a sudden, nerds are angry at you because you're playing a black elf or some shit, So yeah, I kind of feel bad for those people. But I don't know. I mean, look, we'll see if the show comes out. Listen, I'll agree. If it turns out the laws, fucky, and no, they're not thought about where they've come from. Yeah, sure, I can understand people being pissed off with that, right? But I think people are just being a little bit too hasty. Be skeptical if you want, sure, but people are literally filling diapers with mountains of shit because they saw a black elf in a trailer, and to me, that's just insane. Like,
Yeah,
you need to
or
go
like
outside.
They'll see like Snow White being a Latino woman, and then like everybody gets fucking bent out of shape, and it's like, well, like just relax, watch the thing, and then figure
Well,
it
I
out
feel
from
like
there.
those are two extremely different things because, again,
Oh shit, Sherlock. We can move on from it.
I feel like in one situation we have like this established thing that we're essentially saying we're just going to get rid of this. We're going to not even create anything new to explain anything. Versus Snow White is like an isolated story that has like not even a region or any culture associated with it. Like everywhere has quaintness.
There's settled habits of thought and action around every single object in that we live under. Like,
Okay, anyway, listen, I feel like we were just agreeing with each other. Is there any disagreement, or is that it?
Oh no, I enjoy circle jerks. Let's keep doing it.
I was just gonna quickly say that I think the brown elf, the black elf, is an original character from what I've been reading. So they haven't even explained where it's come from yet. So I feel like they're just jumping the gun anyway. To be honest.
Okay.
I just don't. Yeah, that's all. So
No,
it's a
that's
bit
fine. It sounds
confusing.
like you might know a bit about it because I don't know anything about. I just see a black
Yeah,
character.
so from what I read from he's like an original character, so they're probably gonna explain where he comes from in the actual TV show. And
Okay.
I just think what's probably gonna happen is that these guys, we all know who they are on YouTube. They're probably gonna start hate watching it, and it's probably gonna boost the views of the TV show, and then it's gonna get greenlit for another season, and then they're gonna just get angry even more. So it's just the same cycle again and again and again. To be honest.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, I
well,
agree with that.
Thanks for coming on, everyone. I'm gonna get back to what I was doing. Okay.
Thanks,
All right.
Cheers. Bye bye. Here's another thing as well, right? I think that I mean, I think that there can be like I've kind of mentioned it a bit with the Star Wars thing, right? Wait, you're memeing about that? Look, can't wait for this one. Like, I never watched the Halo TV series. I never watched the Halo TV series, and it was nothing to do with race or gender or anything like that. It was just from what I heard, the character of the Master Chief was just dramatically changed with no explanation. Apparently it was an alternate universe or something. And like, I think that there's clear examples where people just take the name of something and they don't pay any attention whatsoever to some of the fundamental aspects of it. You know, and they and they kind of like just make whatever they want with the brand on it, you know? And I think that's a problem. But yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, that would obviously be fucking weird. Like, what are you doing that for? Yeah, I've heard that about the Resident Evil series. Yeah, exactly. But the thing is like people focus on the fact that Wesker's a black guy. You know, I guess the problem I have with that is I don't really understand what is fundamental to Albert Wesker and being white. Like, what is it about his character that he, apart from appearance? But I mean, obviously, I saw it and I was a bit like, that's a bit weird. Like, you know, I was a bit like, why is Wesker black? Like, he's like fucking blonde. Like, he looks like he's got the blonde pushback hair with the sunglasses. Do you know what I mean? But then he's like, oh, he's black this time, is he? What is fundamental? Listen. What is fundamental about MLK being black? The fact that it's Martin Luther King, one of the most prominent civil rights leaders. You know, like I really just genuinely, if you think that making Martin Luther King white is the same as making Wesker black, I mean, I don't know where to start really. You're off on a bad track there. Anyway, apparently I heard on the grapevine that black people don't like fantasy anyway, so they're wasting their time. I'm bored of this now anyway. Does anyone else want to talk to me about this? What's this? Oh my god. What is this? Jesus Christ. Come on, guys. Have a bit of class, will you? Hello. How's it going, mate?
How you going, mate?
Right, quick question. Hood elves, yes or no?
Hood elves.
Yes.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds racist.
Okay, so you know Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
They've just released this trailer, and one shot shows
we
this
watched
elf.
it.
Yeah. What did you think of it?
Where do I have to go to see what you're talking about?
I mean, all it is you may have missed it because I don't think you're like an autistic nerd. But there's one shot where there's like an elf that's black and everyone's losing their mind over it. Well, a lot of people are losing their mind over it. Oh god, mate, I don't know, like about 2 minutes in. I don't know.
Okay.
Has anyone got
Black
a timestamp? Yeah, like there's an elf, you know, elves, and everyone's like, you know, people say they're white in that apparently. I don't know too much about it, but apparently they're all white. There's a black one and everyone's upset.
I'm looking for the black elf.
It's towards the end. They turn around and they've got these little ears, obviously black as well, and they turn around. You got to be quick to catch it. I think, you know, it's those, you know, those people that like pause every frame to see what's going on. I think they're the ones that caught it first.
Hold on. I think it has to be this thingy coming up. Hold on. No. I have to go back more. No.
Come on, someone must have a timestamp.
Is this an elf?
Have they got pointy ears?
I don't know. I can't tell.
Wait.
This person might be Indian too. I don't know. These are forest people? Is that the... I don't know.
I got to be honest,
okay.
mate. I had this problem too, but apparently there's loads of people mad about this elf, and I'm just trying to figure out where everyone stands on it, really.
I'm looking.
Okay.
Hold on.
Right. Okay, this is not... Oh, for fuck's sake. Someone must have a timestamp for the black elf. Come on.
I feel like that may have been it, but I
Okay.
didn't see any black elves.
Wait, you just watched the whole thing and there's no black elves?
There might be a black elf here, but I'm... No, these are white guys. I don't know if they're elves either.
Is it because you're colorblind? You don't see race? Is that what it is?
Just before the horses.
Okay, we got it. Right, it's at timestamp. Right, there's one black fella, and he's oh there he is.
I'm not
that's
upset.
him.
There's a black guy in Lord of the Rings. Hello?
No, mate, I'm not asking you to say that. Right, I've got it. Go to 149 in the video. You'll see him clear as day. Okay, you can't miss him.
Okay, horses. This guy.
Yes. What do you reckon?
The past is with us all.
Yeah, well, what do you think?
This is the thing that Harry Potter. No, not Harry Potter. Frodo Baggins. He had one of these thingies. This little pin. No, not Frodo. It was the fucking twinsies, and they dropped it on the ground, right?
Big Lord of the Rings fan, are you?
Oh, it's been a while. I don't remember.
Okay.
Anyways, okay, yeah, this guy's a black elf. I don't know what to say about it. Why is race mixing not allowed in the Elven dynasty?
Okay, right. I've been trying to find people to argue with about this because apparently loads of people are schizoing out, but no one really wants to talk to me for some reason.
Why would that be?
Okay, you're going to say it's me. These people are all fucking shut-ins, aren't they? They can't order a pizza, so obviously they're not going to want to speak to me about black elves. Okay, it's very simple. This isn't my argument, by the way. I don't give a shit. They're saying that in Lord of the Rings, the elves are all white for some reason, and that's what it says in the books, so there can't be a black elf that exists. That's their argument, basically.
Who said that they're all white?
I don't know, apparently it's in the books.
That George R... No, that's the wrong guy. Tolkien. He did this one, right?
Yeah.
That guy was a little racist, wasn't he?
Sure, but if he wrote a book and it didn't have any black people in, I guess, can you include that later, or do you have to stick to what the racist thought?
Oh boy, oh boy. I don't know. I don't have the answer there. My immersion is ruined. I'll tell you that right away. I completely believed everything here, and now seeing this, it's just I know it's a fantasy. Basically, it's completely ruined it for me. I'll say that much. That's absolutely the case. So, great job, Amazon Prime. You've ruined this for me. It's definitely, fake. I can tell you that.
Everything else was like, I understand this perfectly. Then I see a black
believable.
Fella, get out of it. No way. I don't want to go through the one again. There's a black hobbit too, and apparently that's a problem. But I think more people are annoyed about.
I draw the line. Black elves. There's black hobbits. Tolkien was very specific about all this, so I don't know what to say here. No, I don't know. I don't care. People are mad. I saw someone tweet something about something today, and it did remind me of Safe Space and Snowflake. Do you remember that?
That was very cringe. I agree. That was fucking ludicrous.
It takes a special type of company to launch two new characters that both everyone on the left and everyone on the right hates all at once. That's just some special type of stupid. I don't know how you can do that and come up with all of those names too. It's just like, oh, wow. Impressive, honestly. Like they could have just launched like a fucking cool gay or non-binary character, but instead they call it fucking Snowflake. Why would you do that?
Okay, right. You're a man who knows about the world. Back then it's kind of hit or miss of what it could be. It could be a genuine attempt, but I think that some of this marketing around Lord of the Rings, maybe the Snowflake thing, but probably not. But anyway, modern day, these companies know there's a bunch of autistic nerds that give a shit about the color of an elf, right? I think that they intentionally do things to put them front and center so that people get really mad and talk about it, and it creates almost a viral marketing campaign about the show. Like, I walked past a poster of this, and there's a black woman on it. Listen, I'm very woke, okay? But I was like, Lord of the Rings, black character, what's that all about then, right? And it was in my head, and I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about it later, right? This, black elf, interesting, I'm thinking about it later. Like, do you think this could be an intentional thing to bait the nerds to cry about blacks?
I don't know. It's probably just insurance to not get canceled. Like whenever you make a new show or a new movie now, I think there's probably some checklist. Like, okay, do we have a gay character? Okay, check. Do we have a black character? Okay, check. Because they can't launch a show unless that's in there, or else they feel like they're going to get canceled by someone on Twitter because it's like, oh, look at this show with all white cast. I would imagine that there probably is a checklist like that. And it makes it cringe that they can't do it naturally. But what are you going to do?
I think that was the case. Maybe there's still something like that now, sure. I don't know. I think it's crazy. Like, I've not seen it all, but apparently there's loads of people. I'm sure the Court Ring's done 10 videos about this already. But there's a group of people out there who are just absolutely furious about this and are tweeting, making videos, Facebook posts, whatever. Like, everyone's talking about this because of the Black Elf.
All right. Well, I don't know what to say. I try to stay in my own lane, which is mostly watching Cops, and that's it, you know?
Well, I mean, if you're watching Cops, you're probably going to see a few blacks in that show, let's be real.
Oh, righty then. It was good talking to you, Chud.
No, the police officers. There's lots of black police officers for diversity.
Yeah, good save. Not really, but I don't know how you're still on Twitch. It's amazing to me. I don't know, but anyways, I got to go back to the show.
No worries.
I'll chat with you soon. All right.
Catch you later, mate. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
What's your problem? Hang on. What did you think I was talking about?